Chapter 21, Radioactivity and Nuclear Chemistry. So what is radioactivity? It's the emission of subatomic particles, meaning smaller than an atom, or high-energy electromagnetic radiation by the nuclei of certain atoms. So some atoms are radioactive. They spontaneously emit electrons or protons or other parts of themselves, or they emit high-energy radiation. Nuclear medicine is a specialty, an area of medicine that uses radioactivity to diagnose and treat diseases. And so you may have, heard about someone who had cancer, and instead of doing chemotherapy, chemical therapy, they're doing radiation, right? So radioactivity can be used to treat cancer. Most radioactive emissions can pass through a lot of different types of matter. And it's invisible to the eye. We can't see it, feel it, touch it, taste it, anything like that. But we can detect it on photographic film. It'll cause a change in photographic film. So one thing they can do in nuclear medicine is to take antibodies that have been labeled or tagged with radioactive atoms. So you could have an antibody. Antibodies always have carbon in them. This isn't what they use, but you could, just an example. You could take a radioactive isotope of carbon and insert it for one of the regular carbons in there, and then you inject that antibody into the bloodstream of the person you're testing, and the antibodies will go to the place where infection is. And then by measuring the radiation, you can see where the antibodies are. And so you can see, they're all clustered right over here. This is where our problem is, right? It can be used to diagnose things like appendicitis. And the reason this is called diagnosing appendicitis is the author has kind of an interesting story about his own brush with appendicitis.